Last year, when I told my boyfriend I was finally ready to try a single-player game that didn't involve dancing, plastic guitars, or Hamtaro, he was like,
Now, I'm supposed to start with these operation programs first. Let's do something a little more fun. Combat training.
and cast me into the ocean as bait for objectivist crackheads.
Is it someone new?
You said this wasn't a spooky.
There I fell, hook, line, and sinker for the emotional depths that gaming can reach.
Hey, idiot.
I was baptized in rapture's bloody waters, and upon resurface I saw the light.
Holy shit. How about some more?
Hell yes.
Next he gave me Half-Life 2, which I also really enjoyed until the boat part gave me the bubble guts. And I gave up to go lay down. But now, on the eve of Half-Life's
Rise and shine.
from a 13-year-long slumber, my boyfriend said the
Hour has come again.
to experience the first two games because it will
Make all the difference in the world.
when I watch him play Alyx later this month. So, this isn't a review of Half-Life 1 and 2. This is a review of what it's like to
Wake up and smell the ashes.
This video is sponsored by Skillshare. Before Valve Software made their most popular products, such as the iTunes of PC gaming and the Las Vegas of underage gambling, they made something called video games. Their debut title was Half-Life, released in 1998, making it the oldest game featured on this channel by 4 days, and similar to Ocarina of Time,
It broke new ground!
for instance, instead of creating another first-person shooter that starts with something boring like slaying demons or killing Nazis, Valve invented a whole new genre called first-person take the bus to work.
Passengers are to remain seated.
The intro to this game is an actual 2.5-hour commute.
I feel like I'm at
To work.
Universal Studios on the tram ride.
Yeah, Jaws is gonna come out of the water in a second.
And somehow, watching my boyfriend live out Gordon Freeman's morning routine was one of the best introductions to a fictional world I've ever seen. For 5 whole minutes, the player is just on a rail with Black Mesa inbound, staring out the window as a hazard course of anomalous materials passes them by, instilling apprehension about what questionable ethics are in practice at the office complex they're headed for, and what unforeseen consequences are headed for them. The tram ride sets the stage so perfectly that my sentence describing it was mostly written with the titles of Half-Life's chapters. The best part about the tram ride is at the end though, when my guy Barney does keypad noises with his mouth.
Why is his mouth moving when he pressed the buttons? Was he making the button sounds?
Oh, we're off to a good start. I'm so excited.
Let's see if he does it again. What the hell?
Yeah, unfortunately, this game's original tone may have been lost on me, because I'm pretty sure the original tone wasn't slapstick comedy. But these grandpa graphics are hilarious.
Greetings!
Einstein. Like, consider the Black Mesa incident, which was a cataclysmic event that ended the world as we know it when Gordon Freeman triggered a resonance cascade. Now consider that as far as I could tell, the whole thing was caused by a hunk of cheese.
Oh!
Whoa!
That's what happens when you put cheese in the resonance cascade.
And the atmospheric horror that pooped my boyfriend's pants in 1998 is about as scary now as riding the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland.
It's Oscar the Grouch.
I could not stop laughing at these NPCs because there's only about 4 of them that get copy and pasted everywhere. So you'll find that same dumpster Einstein also being murdered in an event, only to turn around and see this.
Greetings!
Oh god!
What the hell?
After the 5th time someone dies, it's hard to care anymore, because even if my guy Barney got eaten...
Barney!
Oh man, now we're down to like 10 Barneys. We'd probably find him just chilling somewhere 30 seconds later.
The orange in that suit really brings out your eyes. Maybe we could catch a movie later.
However, the funniest part was that despite all the guff he gave me about getting too motion sick for Half-Life 2, my boyfriend got too motion sick for Half-Life 1.
I actually don't feel very good right now.
Do you need to vom? He tried to hacker man the field of view and suck on a ginger chew, but something about low-res textures on a modern screen combined with the mock speed at which Gordon Freeman absolutely sends it can be nauseating.
I just need to take a break.
Because you spit out the ginger.
I wanted to show you the original, but I think
I
that
get it.
you've seen enough. Yeah, I don't feel good.
We got the bubble guts.
Fortunately, we weren't the only ones who thought Half-Life could use a graphical glow-up. For 16 years, a Valve-approved fan-made remake was in development, and then very serendipitously got released during the making of this video. Black Mesa isn't silly at all. That's not cheese. You're not Barney. Black Mesa makes you feel like a scientist who was
so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
I think the reason Gordon doesn't talk is that the only believable reaction to messing up this bad at work would be, "Mother the is that? Hey! Almost to the surface. Man, I'm dying in this dumb underground up job. Bugs flying in my mouth. Scared to pee? Hey! Off with the nutsack! I get it now though. Half-Life may have grandpa graphics compared to modern video games, but that's only because Half-Life is the granddaddy of modern video games. After a fresh coat of paint, it still has a more immersive setting, more seamless progression, and more creative gameplay than a lot of what I see today. As a backseat gamer, the large variety of believable environments filled with realistic puzzles and clever platforming not only kept me involved, but kept me interested when the shooting did start. And even if it was just an endlessly violent, constantly loud first-person shooter, the gunplay alone is a refreshing subversion of this genre in 2020. So what did people think in '98?
Hello?
What was Half-Life like in the 90s?
What?
Was it awesome?
It blew my tits off, dude.
It blew his tits off, dude. But you know what doesn't need a graphical glow-up to blow your tits off? The greatest sequel of all time, Half-Life 2. I'm in awe at the size of this monumental landmark in gaming history. I'm not kissing your butt right now, it's f***ing biblical.
Oh, mama.
You get off G-Man's magic school bus 2 decades in the future and look around like,
What the hell happened here?
then you remember, oh right, the cheese. Now there's alien soldiers everywhere and one of them goes, and anyone who played this game in 2004 picked up that can and said, whoa. Gordon's new ability to pick up and move objects, as well as utilize their size and weight to overcome obstacles with frickin' mechanical engineering, is cool enough as it is. When the gravity gun shows up, he basically becomes the one. The problem is, my boyfriend used it for most of the game. So for most of the game, I couldn't see because there was garbage in my face, such as this file cabinet that shielded him from sniper fire.
You like that move?
Not once during the first Half-Life did I think, you know what this game needs? A big credenza in the middle of the screen.
Now that is a beautiful credenza. Don't throw that. Okay.
But I did like seeing how far we could take this watermelon. He had a beautiful rind and a rare soul.
Oh! No! You bastard!
This detailed physics simulation driving the gameplay is fueled by the equally incredible artwork, animations, and narrative that propel it. Everything the player goes through, every location the player goes through, and every one the player goes through are unforgettable, like reconnecting with old friends.
About that beer I owed you.
Kiss
Barney.
me, you fool! Escaping City 17, meeting Alyx Vance. Lamar might couple with your head. The airboat, getting bubble guts on the airboat. Ravenholm, we don't go there anymore. Going to Ravenholm, playing chicken with a train.
Oh my god.
Oh?
Oh, fine.
The floor is lava, befriending the antlions, then making them die for you.
Go get him, Haley Bugs. Here's the plan. If he's shooting me, okay, they're dead.
Inspiring the citizens of City 17, then making them die for you.
Dr. Freeman, I'm coming with you.
Okay. Wow.
Those random sightings of G-Man like he's a creepy Where's Waldo. And most of all, my boyfriend's uncontainable joy whenever he knew that Half-Life was about to make some memories. Not the gravity gun, no!
Hey, it didn't break it. Uh-oh. Is it different now? Is it specialized?
What does it do now?
Oh yeah.
Wow! Oh yeah! In conclusion, after watching my boyfriend play the Half-Life series, I was inspired to play Portal for the first time, which I beat all by myself, then immediately played Portal 2's single-player story for the first time, which I beat all by myself. All I can say is, are you freaking my kidding, Gabe? You the sickest games, bro! The games are out of control, everyone knows that. So I just have one question about Half-Life 3 and Portal 3.
Where are they? Where are they?
Now I understand the pain in my boyfriend's voice when he saw the Half-Life Alyx announcement and said,
Long have I waited.
So while we all wait just a little bit longer, I bet you'd all really like to see a word from our sponsor. Skillshare is an online learning community for creatives where millions come together to take the next step in their creative journey. Listen, nothing gets your big brain going like a room that just feels good to be in. Make sure you're feeling your best when you're home with Lauren Cox's class, Interior Design Basics, Simple Steps to Your Perfect Space. The great thing about Skillshare is that you can take classes that fit your schedule, and there are so many to choose from with real projects and support from fellow creatives. An annual subscription is less than $10 a month, but if you're in the first 500 of our subscribers to click the link in the description, you'll get a 2-month free trial of a premium membership so you can take the first step to accomplishing your goals and exploring your creativity. So take the next step in your creative journey and click that link in the description for your free trial.